Hi guys and welcome to Tournament Management System developed using C Sharp. Right, let me show you guys how this works. So I'm going to first of all just click on reset. If you don't want to reset, just click on no. However, if you want to reset, click on yes. There we go. Now we have 4 teams in total, and each team comprises of 5 participants. Let's say team number 1, participant 1 running. That's third position. And let's long jump, swimming. Let's say we have football there and tennis. There you can see the overall total points by team number 1, and this is team number 2. Okay, and so on. That is how it works. So you can immediately determine who is winning and who is losing. Okay, and right underneath here for first place is 25, second place is 18, and third place is 15 points. That's it. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to exit out and take you guys straight into C# development environment, and we put one of these together. So let's do that now, guys. So let's exit out, and I'm going to start a new project entirely. Select Visual Studio 2022 and let's click on create. There we go. And in here I'm going to select Windows Forms application C#. Make sure that is the template that you have to select, Windows Forms application.net, and that's C#. So I'm going to click on next and give your project a name. I'm going to call that CS underscore tournament management. There, and let's click on create. There we go. Now that my development environment is ready, the very first thing I'm going to do is to define the size of my form in total. Let's make that about 2404 by 1360. Press enter. Good. Now, let me show you guys one thing. If I run it now, check out what's going to happen. Click on run. See what happened to the form? It shrinks. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to double click on this form right here. First thing first, make sure you guys get that sorted as well. Right here, see where we have public form initialize right there. Okay, so right underneath initialize components, I'm going to enter say this in this case I am officially referring to the form. I'm going to say dot size, and I'm going to just say the size. Let's accept this. The size is going to be 2440 comma by 1360. Okay, that's my size. Make sure you enter your comma there. Then the next thing I want to do now is I'm going to then specify minimum size and maximum size. So let's just copy that, paste, and this is going to be for my dot minimum size. Okay, and this is going to be for my maximum size, dot maximum size. Okay, that is fine. The next thing is, if I run it, let's run it and see. I just want to see what's going to happen first. There we go. Okay, but sometimes you end up having your form like this. In that case, you can always come right here Make sure you select your font and go straight to the start position. That's the start position there. And if you say you want it centered, and always select it to be centered. Let's run it. But if that there gives you any problem, there's another way out. You can see it is centered, which is fine. And you can come right down here and just enter, well, let's say the start position. So this dot start position, there we go. And that is going to be equals from start position dot manual, and there we go. So if you want your form to start from the 0 coordinate there, you can always say this dot location, and that is going to be, let's say, equals new location equals new points, and let's just make that 0, 0. So the reason why I'm showing this is for those of you who are new or who are still learning. Okay, you need this just in case if you have any problem there. Okay, and one other thing is, you see all these lines of code, you can always put them inside your form load. You see, that's your form load there. You can just drag it straight into this method form load. When the form loads, it's what you want it to do. All right, look at that. It's the same thing. Supposing you don't have any of this, check out what's going to happen. I'm going to cut that off. You see that? But because I've set the form centered, you see it is centered, but the default size is not recognized. So I'm going to paste it back into the initialize method, and let's go straight to the form now and start work with the development of the interface. Now I'm going to come straight here to the form. So the very first thing I'm going to do is I will add a panel. So go straight to your toolbox. Let's go right down and look for panel. There we go. Grab hold of a panel. Just dump it right there. There we go. Something like that. Yeah, I think that's we do. And this panel, I'm going to change the back color to cadet blue. Cadet blue. There. So let's bring it down. Yeah. Something like that. That will do. Now the next thing is I'm going to grab hold of button. Just drag one here. Yeah, that's fine. And just minimize this. Let's see. Okay, copy this very button. And both of them, I'm going to change the back color to that blue. Select both buttons, go straight to their properties, and right here, cadet blue, you can also enter R, yeah, that's RGB. That's 58 by 158 by 160. That's cadet blue as well. See that? Alright, so let's see. Let's go. Or you can always type it out. So this should be 95. Yeah, 95. There we go. That's cadet blue now. And the font size, I'm going to change the font size of this. Let's come right here. font size. That is, I'm gonna make it about maybe 60. Yeah, let's say 60. 60 bold. So one is going to be for exit, the other one is going to be for, okay, so let's select this and change the details of this. The variable name in the first place, I'm going to change that to btn exit, and the text content on it, I'm going to change that to exit system. The next one here, that's going to be reset system. Yeah, that's fine. And the variable name for that is going to be known as btn reset. Let's see. Yeah, that should be btn reset. Okay, that is done. Now, next thing is I'm going to grab hold of text box. I need text box. Come right down here, grab hold of a text box, just bang it there. And this is our text box. I'm going to change the font size of that text box to something a little bit much more readable. Let's make it about 20. Let's come in here. Let's copy this first. I will need that. Okay. Here, I make that 20. 20 bold. That is for this very one. And the one on top, I'm just going to make that about maybe 12, something like that. Come right there, look for the font and change that to 12. 12. Then the next thing is I am going to enter, let's say, first place point. Yeah, something like that. Yeah, that'll do. Okay, first place point. Drag this and leave it right there. Now, if you notice I'm using a text box, you might be wondering why I don't try to use a label. I don't want to use a label because I'll be using a lot of labels here, and my research will definitely affect this. So just keep your eye open and see what I'm about to do. So I'm going to change this one. Let's go to the back color and change it to control. Control is the default color for the form. See, it's taking away the white. Then where we have enable, I'm going to say set that to false. And the other thing is, if you look at it, there's a line there. So let's come in here where we have border. Look at the border. Change the border to none. There we go. So it's now looking like a label. So I'm going to now copy this. Hold on to your control, click and drag. I have 2 there. Click and drag. I have 3. So this one is for the 3rd place and the 2nd place as well. Now select this and change that to 3rd place. And this is 2nd place. Alright, this is where I'm going to be entering my points. Okay, so this one is going to be known as TXT 0.3, and this is txt 0.2, and this one here is txt 0.1. In fact, I was meant to add my points in there. So for the 01, the point will be 25, and here that's going to be 18. And finally, this will be 15. Okay, so those points will be, the text box will be left. You just leave the text box the way it is so that the organizer can always change the points as they want. Now that that is done, we now need to develop the interface properly. First of all, in here, I'm going to add some group box. So it's taking shape now anyway. So let's end this and come right here, move this up. And first of all, I need a group box. So come right here, grab hold of a group box. There we go. And this group box, the back color, let's return it back to control. There we go. And the title of this, that is going to be for team number 1. And the font, let's change the font to maybe about 24, something like that. Yeah, 24 bold. Okay. Alright, so let's make this about the width. Yeah, something like that. That should do. Okay, so I can then add my labels. Grab all of this. This is going to be my first label, and this is going to be known as participant 1. We'll change that to participant 1 there. And right underneath, or just before that, down here, I need a label here. Grab hold of tools and come here, add a label there. And this very label, let's enhance it. Auto size, let's change that to force. Back color, I'm going to make it white. And the border style, I'm just going to draw a line. Let's say fixed single. Yeah, that'll do. Right. And the default value in here, make it 0. And get it centered. Okay. But right here, let's go back. Bring this down a little bit. Now I need to add combo box. So let's go back in here. Let's grab all of the combo box. Just drag. And this combo box, let's give that a name. I'm going to call that combo box CMB Team 1 S1. Okay, Team 1 S1. Okay, that'll do. Now, this label there, that's going to be known as LBL Team 1S1, LBL T1S1. Okay, now let's copy all of these. So I'm going to select, hold on to your control, click and drag. We have 2, we have 4, and 5. Let's drag this down and move this up a little bit. Alright, so the first one is taken care of. Now, change the names. This is participant 2, 3. We have 4, 5. Yeah. Okay, and the names. Okay, let's change the names. So this is going to be the S, which stand for score. So this one is going to be CMD score 2. Okay, that's 3, 4, and 5. And here, that's for the label. This is for label 2, label 3, label 4, and label number 5. Okay, now let me run it. I just want to see how it's going to look like. Very good. It's taking shape. So let's end that. Right at the top here, there should be my label actually. So let's just place a label there. This label change it to about maybe 60 bold. And let's just change the content on it to maybe tournament management system, something like that. Tournament management system. Yeah, and that is taken care of. All right. Maybe we should even say systems. Yeah, let's put an S to it. Tournament management systems. All right. So, like I said earlier on, we have 4 teams. So we have team number 1, so we can always copy now. Okay, make sure it is selected. Select the group box. Hold on to the shift key, click and drag. We have 2. Repeat the same thing, we have 3. Now we have 4. There we go. So let's run that and see. Okay, it's looking good. Now, what we then need to do is I'm going to give them all a name. So this is team 1. So let's change this to team 2. Okay, and this one is going to be CMD team 2. This is for team 2. CMD T2 score 1. Yeah, and the same thing for the others. That's number 2, 3, 4, and 5. And the labels. Let's give the label a name as well. It's label number 1. Team 2 score 1. And repeat the same thing for the others. That is 2. We have 3 now. Then we have 5. Alright. So since I have the labels, I might as well take care of this one. This is label 3. 1. 2. And LBL T3 and 3. That's 3. LBL T3 S4. LBL T3 S5. Now here, that's going to be LBL 4 T4 S1. LBL T4 S2. LBL T4 S3. T4 S4 and T4 S5. Good. Now let's name this. Do the same thing for this. I believe this one has its own name. Yeah. No, this one is meant to be 5. 5, 4, 3, 2. That's good. Now here, well, this should be team number 3. Team 3. Team number 4 here. Okay. Let's name the combo box for team 3. Team 3, 1. That's 1. Now combo box team 3 is 2. Combo box team 3 underscore 3. Combo box team 3 score 4 and 5 here. Now take care of this. This is combo box 4. That's 1. 4.2. We have 3 here. We have 4. You can name it how you want, provided you understand your naming Only that, rather you understand the naming conversion. So that's it. So I think I've finished developing the interface now. So guys, I am going to just kind of like have a quick look at these and let's move this one here a little bit. That's fine. All right, that is fine. So let's put together a simple line of code just to clear the whole system. So I'm going to double click on this exit, and in here, first of all, I'm going to call my dialog result. Dialog result. I'm going to then give it a name. I'll call it I exit, and so let's say I exit, which is the name of my variable, equals as follows. It's going to be equals message box dot show, and what I want you to show is the following message that I have in there. I'm just going to say confirm. Confirm if you want to exit. Put a comma there just after the speech mark and enter another speech mark in there. Just call that tournament results, something like that. Then comma. Let's use the message box function here. So I'm going to use message box button, yes or no, and I will just accept the other one, message box question. Okay, let's put it down so that we can see it. So those are the four arguments that goes in here. Confirm if you want to exit, the title, the message box, then the icon that will be displayed. Now let's use a conditional statement there and do that. That should have been if. So we say if I exit equals dialog results, yes. Then in that case, we just want the application to close. There we go. That's it. Done. So that is your simple lines of code for exit. So if I run it now, it will actually prompt me to confirm if I really want to exit. Check that out. No, I don't want to. Yes, I do want to exit. Okay, let's take care of this reset itself. So I'm going to go into reset. That's it. Reset the system. Double click on the reset button. And guess what? I'm going to copy this. Let's copy all of that and dump it right inside the reset. Now, change this variable name to reset and change all of this to reset as well. Confirm if you want to reset and the variable reset. Yeah. Okay. Now, the thing is, if I say I want to reset, that means I have to be able to clear each individual one by one. And that's going to take forever. Okay, like this now. Look at that label. Now we have to kind of like take care of them all individually. I don't think that is a good idea. Okay, having to take care of all of them individually will take me a long time. So I'm going to have to go about using a function that can take care of that. And again, I want to retain the 0 in there. So let's go back in here. I don't think I'm going to settle for that. I'm going to find a way out of this. Right. what I'm going to do is, let's go back in here. I'm going to have to create a function. Let's create a function above here. Let's put a line in there. Let's call it reset function. Okay, and what I'm going to do is, let's create a function. Here's that here. I've just copied that, and this function I will call it. Let's just call it reset all, something like that. All resets, and get rid of this. Alright, and inside this function, I'm going to use for each system dot window dot form. I don't want it for the control yet. I want to use it for the, I want to accept that and just get rid of all of these. I want to use it for the group box dot group box. There we go. For each group box that I have on the system, let's give them a name. Say group box in group box. Let's say group boxes, something like that. Yeah. We press enter, and statement block. For each of them that I have, so another for each statement for the control this time around. Let's say for each control, within the group box, accept that. For each control that is called control in the group box that controls. Okay, so turn on the statement block and do that. Now, this is where I'm now going to have to use conditional statements. So here, I'm referring to my group box and the control that are inside the group box. So let's then say if the control is system set that for now. If the control is system.window.form dot combo box. Get rid of this dot combo box. Yeah, grab all of that. That combo box. In that case, I just want you to clear it. Right, now right here, I just wanted to clear the combo box. So we say combo box. No, there should be combo box. Let's call the combo box. This is the combo box that is to be cleared. Place the text. That's gonna be equals play. Or set empty, whatever. Alright. First one taken care of. Because I also have to clear the labels. So I'm just gonna copy this and just change it around for the labels. Copy, paste, and this will become dot label, and just call that label. This become label, and each label in this case enter a 0 in there. Okay, so this error, oh look here, this is why I have the error. This was meant to enter a keyword param there that we allow the system to accept. So let's say param system dot windows dot forms dot forms dot, that's a root box. Yeah, I'm gonna call that boxes. There we go, that's it done. So all I then need to do now is to call this function. Oh, now let's call this prime. See this prime, so if you don't understand it, that is just the keyword that will allow the system to accept variable number for the parameter. Okay, so I'm going to now call this very method. So let's say all. Okay, so go down here and double click on my reset here. You see here, that is where I will now call that very method. So that method is going to be me calling every single group box that I have in there. So it's telling me all group box. I've never used all group box before. See, it's giving me error, so it's not acceptable. So let's say group box, call them individually. Group box number 1, I believe I have group box 1. Yeah. Then we have group box 2. I have 4 of those. Let's select. We have 2, 3, and 4. Yeah. And that's all there is to that. So that makes life easy for me instead of me having to play every single component in here. Okay, with that small function, okay, I can reset and do whatever I want to do. So let's run it and you see what I'm talking about. I'll just say we enter whatever in there. Click on reset. No, I don't want to reset. And yes, I do want to reset. See that? That's good. So let's exit out here. Now that is taken care of, let's take care of each of these combo box. As you all know, a combo box is meant to be a drop down list, so I'm going to go through the properties of that. And let's come right here. You see where you have item, select that. And the very first item that will be in there, I'm going to call that that's a running. That's for the first position. That's a running number 2. So those are the events. Second. Okay. So I'm going to add long jump, running number 3, long jump, and so on. There. Okay. Have a good look at that. All right. Okay. So I'm going to also add none. Yes, nothing. So those are the stuff we have on my combo box. So I'm going to select it, and if I run it now, just for this very first one, you can select whatever in here. Okay, there's nothing in here, so we can reset that if we click on reset there. Now let's come down in here. The next one, in fact, it seems the text on the combo box seems to be too large. I want to be able to see what is going on there, so I'm going to reduce the font on it. In each combo box, it's 24. Let's make it about 22. Yeah, that'll do. Now go to combo box number 2, select that, go to the properties, and come right here. You see items, pin that down. Items, I've already copied it from the first one, paste. Number 3, combo box item. Number 4, repeat the same thing, paste. Just check out data that I'm actually adding. Number 5, paste, and so on for the others. I should have taken care of that earlier. Well, we didn't have to be doing this. Yeah, let's go. Let's see the next one. We're almost there now. And the next one. Click on OK. Number 3, paste. So those are the events, and each of those events will carry their own marks. As you can see, we have first, second, third, and those are the score for each event. First, second, and the third. Okay, so let's go to the next one here. Paste and paste. Then we have the fourth one. Let's make sure I have something here. Paste. There we go, guys. We are almost there now. That's almost done. Then we then take care of the function that will take care of the calculation for us. There. And that's it done. So if I run it now, this is what you guys will see. So you can select whatever. Okay, whatever events. Alright, that's good. So that is fine. So you see, as I select whatever event that the participant participated in, this is supposed to officially give me the score for each event. Okay, the score should be displayed here. And I will also need something that will display the total for me, which I don't have. So I'm going to reset. That's good. Exit out. And we need something to display the total. This is for the points here. So let's do one thing first before we do that. So I'm going to move these down a little bit. Let's move this down a little bit. Yeah, that'll do. Bring these guys down. Yeah, this one's just drag this. Now drag these ones, drag them down. Okay, so let's copy all of these and bring them down. Copy it individually. That's where the total will be displayed. And here, that's where we have my total. Let's call that total points. And increase the font size of that a little bit. You get about 20 here, and copy that. Brilliant. Okay, now each of these, they must all have their own respective names. So I'm going to call that LBL Team 1. That is LBL T1 total. Okay, LBL T1 total. So the next one is this one is going to be LBL Team 2 total. T2. LBL T3 total. 3. And here 4. Good. Okay, let's run it and see how that looks now. Very good. Okay, guys, that's looking good. Now, anytime I select this, total should be added in here. Okay, so let's exit out. Let's go into the code view area. We're going to start by creating a function that will take care of the calculation for the total score. So let's go back in here. This is where I have my function here. Okay, so this is total score. Total score function. And first thing first, let's say private. Because it's not going to return any value, so let's say private. I'm going to call that T1 total. Okay, and I just want it to send an object. Yeah, accept that. Okay, that's my very first one. And in here now, I'm going to have to declare the following. But let's say Q equals 0. But the thing is, instead of declaring this, I'm going to, let's declare it as a global variable. I'm just going to cut that off, take it right up here, just paste it right underneath here. Right underneath the public partial class, paste it right there. Okay, so that I can use it for my function. So it's now a global variable. So I'm now going to say Q is going to take in the following. We'll say Q, and that is going to be equals, let it convert whatever we have inside the LBL. Okay, I'm going to accept that for now and just change it around. Convert whatever we have inside LBL team 1 score here. Okay, that is that done. Grab all of that and say plus. Paste. The next one is for number 2. Change this to 2. And number 3. Here we have 2, 3. It's a plus. And we also, I think I have up to 5. Yeah, it's up to 5. Let's see. Plus, this is going to be 5. No, this is 4. And this is 5. Okay, why do we have error? Let's see. Oh, okay. Close that. And here does not exist. Let's come in here and see why. This is supposed to be number 5. Oh, there's no 5 there. Look at that. Okay, that's 4. That's fine now. Okay, that is fine. So that's for the very first one. So I'm going to then assign this to whatever we have in there. It's assigned here into txt. So we'll go back in here and just say dot, convert it to string. The text, convert that dot to string. And what I would convert into string, that's cube. There we go. That's it. That's the very first function taken care of. So all I'm just going to do now is copy, because I have 4 in total. 2, and just change this one to 2. And here. So we need to change all of these to 2 as well. That becomes 2. Team 2 here. 2. And 2. Now, next is 3. And number 3. And change this to 3. 3. There. And this is 3 as well. And finally, number 4. Change that to 4. And this becomes 4. 4 there, 4 here, and here. And there we go, guys. That is fine. Now that's the function that will take care of all my calculation taken care of for now. So the function to convert the total score of each team is taken care of. Okay. Now that this function is taken care of, there's one other important one that we need to take care of. And this one is to take care of the convert whatever we have inside the combo box. I'm going to start by calling it, let's say, private void combo box. Let's say underscore selected index. selected index changed, and that is, so save that. All right. So first of all, let's convert the text both value to an integer. So let's say int, let's create an array for that points, that is going to be equals new integer. Okay. Now we now need this. Let's convert everything that we have inside the text box. Grab all of this, paste it right underneath here. And the very first one is going to be txt point number 1, that is dot text. Yeah. Then we also have number 2, and 3. That's 2 and 3. Okay, let's correct all of these error because it's saying array creation must have array size. So let's come right in here. Let's show, and here close that off. Oh, this was meant to be comma, and get rid of this. So the next thing now is I'm gonna have to map the combo box index to the corresponding points. So let's come right down here. I will use a dictionary for that. Let's say dictionary is going to take in integer, comma, integer, and want you to, let's say index 2 points. Index to point map, that will be equals new, accept that new dictionary, integer, and now come right down here, curly braces, and let's open up another curly braces that will take in all of this value. The first is going to be points, this one, as 0. So always start integer, always, sorry, array always start from 0. So that is going to be 0, followed by the next one. Now we need to close that though. Copy this. Next, the comma, paste the next one, that is 1. We have start with 0, 1, that will be 1, and this is going to be 2. So this is 1, 2, 2. Right, so the next will be number 3. Let's enter semicolon here. Copy this, just paste it right here and change it around. Yeah, so let's change this around. This will be 3, and this is 3. So that will be 0. And we have 4, that's 1, 5, that's 2. Okay. Okay, so that is for the array. Then the next thing here is I'm now going to use an if statement here to update the corresponding labels. So no, let's actually first of all let's say combo box. Yeah, combo box, and let it accept all. Let me accept that, but it's got to be sender though. Change that to sender as combo box. Copy that, send as combo box. Right, get rid of this parenthesis. Okay, that'll be input, no, output, index output value, and that is going to be equals index 2 points. Space that there. Index 2 point map, and that's, let's paste that in an array. That's going to be combo box dot select. Combo box dot selected item. Let's grab all of this. We'll undo that. Copy. Combo box dot selected item. Okay, next thing that I'm going to do now is to get the dictionary to, no, okay, map the combo box name into the corresponding dictionary. So let's do that by, I'm going to come down here, I'm going to just say dictionary string, and down here I'm now going to call each of my components. So let's come right here, the name of this very first one, CMB, CMB, that should be in a quote, comma, and we don't have LBL, LBL, team 1, score 1, and close that off. Alright, now we'll repeat the same thing for the others. Enter a comma there, copy, copy that. That is for number 2, and this is 2. And we have 1, 2, and 3, and let's say 4 and 5 then. 4, 5, 4, and 4, 5 here. There we go. Alright, that's fine. So I'm just going to copy these for the others. So we only have 4 more. Copy and change it around. And just change this around. So this is going to be team 2, 3, 4. This is 2, 3, 4. and so on, guys. Let's get rid of this. Okay, and come right down here. There we go. Okay, now let's continue with this. We have 2 here. That's 4. That's 2, 3. Okay, that is gonna be 2, and this is 2 as well. Three. That's 3. We have 4. Okay, hold on. Let's get rid of this arrow. Just close it here. There we go. And the arrow is gone. And finally, we now want to update the label. So I'm going to use an if statement here. If combo box to label, accept that. If combo box to label dot contains key, then we just need to say combo box dot name. Combo box, no, combo box dot name. Accept that. Right. Now use statement block. In that case, combo box to label map is going to be equals the name of the combo box. Back all updates. Place that in the combo box dot name dot text. That will be equals output value, and convert it to string, dot to string, enter parentheses. There we go. And that takes care of this function. I don't need to call this function. Okay, no error so far. But let's move this so that you guys can see. Yeah, I'm going to move it so that you can see it properly. Yeah, yeah, that's fine. Alright, so look at our function. This is the function that takes care of whatever I have inside the combo box, and then get it converted. Okay guys, for us to know that this works, have a look at the function again. Okay, for us to know that it works, I need to call this, copy all of that, calling this function, and I'm also going to call this very one. That's for the very first one. So come right there, double click on this, paste that in it. Yeah, semicolon there. I also need to call the other function. So let's go back in it. I think it's right up here. There we go. there. Okay, so if it works, let's run it and see. There we go. Select. Oh, there we go. Second. You see a second, first, and supposing the organizer decide to change any value in there. Let's say I enter 45 in there and I select the third position. That is automatically 45. You get that, guys? Okay. So I'm going to exit out. I just need to copy and paste and change these other ones around. I'm very pleased with this. Yeah. So we have about how many more to do? So let's exit out. Yes, my mouse. Alright, I'm gonna copy this. That's for the next combo box. Just paste. There we go. Next, paste. And number 5, paste. That's it, done for that very good box. See, it's all taken care of now. There we go. Look at that, guys. That's brilliant. There we go. So we need to repeat exactly the same thing for the next group box. The following group box is going to be taken in number 2, okay? Remember this function number 2 right here. Where is it? There, this very one. So come right here, double click on that and paste and change this to 2. Repeat the same thing for the next one. Paste. And the next one. Almost there now, guys. And the next one. There we go. And number 3, same thing. Change that to 3. It's a very brilliant method for you to create your own tournament scoring system. That's 3 and 4. There. There we go. And the last one. Just that's 4. So all I'm just doing now is just calling each function, the 2 functions that I use for the calculation and conversion of data. There we go. All done now, guys. Save that and let's run. There we go. Look at that. Look at that, guys. Brilliant. Very happy with this. So guys, I suppose you enjoy it, and just before you guys leave, can you please subscribe to my channel? And you can also join to become a member of the channel. As a member of the channel, if you join, I'll be very happy. If you want, I will send you this very particular project for you to have a go at it. And let's check out none. Yeah. So with that, guys, I'm gonna call it the end of this brilliant tutorial. I suppose you guys enjoy it. You all have a nice day now. Bye for now.